So we are doing very important verses now. This is from chapter number 10, the knowledge of the absolute, verses number 8 and 9 today. So this 8 and 9 are a part of the 4 verses called as Chatushloki. Chatushloki means the 4 most important verses of Bhagavad-gītā. So in 4 verses of Bhagavad-gītā, we get the entire summary of Bhagavad-gītā. So that is the speciality of this 4 shlokas. So today we will do the first 2 shlokas. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Would anybody like to read the shloka?
Yes, Prabhu, can I read?
Yes, please.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mataji. Thank you very much. Let's see the next one. This is verse number 10.9. Yeah. Anybody wants to read 10.9?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can I?
Yes. Yes, please.
Machita matgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayanta shamam nityam tushanti cha ramanti cha. Should I read the translation also, Prabhu?
Yes, please.
Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada teacher. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So these are very, very unique verses, verse number 8 and 9, in which we can understand about the transcendental loving devotional service of Lord Krishna. So we can understand the importance of Lord Sri Krishna and his position as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we also understand what is the position of the devotees who are worshipping Lord Krishna. So let us start with the verse number 10.8. That is the 8th verse of the 10th chapter. So this verse where Krishna is saying, Aham sarvasya prabhavo. That means Krishna is saying that I am the source of all the material worlds and the spiritual worlds. That means he is the Lord of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavo. And matta sarvam pravartate. That means he is the source, or everything is actually emanating from Krishna. That's what it means. That everything, whatever we see in this material world, is actually coming from Krishna. And anybody who understands this, iti matva, what do they do? Once you understand this, what are we supposed to do? After knowing this knowledge, what are we supposed to do? Anybody can say? After knowing the position of Krishna, what we are supposed
Surrender
to do?
to him and engage in devotional service.
That's right. Engage in devotional service. Iti matva bhajante mam. Bhajante means to worship. Who is worshipping Krishna? Buddha bhava samanvita. Buddha means, see the word Buddha, buddhi is coming from the word buddhi. Buddhi means intelligence. Buddha means intelligent. Buddha bhava samanvita means very intelligent, very wise. The wise people who perfectly know this, iti matva bhajante mam. What do? They worship Lord Krishna. So the wise people who are very intelligent, broad-minded, right? They understand this truth philosophically. And as soon as they understand this philosophical truth, they will engage in the devotional service of Krishna. And bhava samanvita means, bhava means out of their heart. With the complete heart, they will surrender to Krishna. Bhava samanvita. So what we have to understand is that, see, we have to try to understand who is Krishna from authorities like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is Krishna himself, who has come 500 years ago to give us this knowledge about Krishna Prema. So we have the knowledge about Krishna from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, or we have to understand from the bona fide spiritual master. We have to understand from the Vedic literature. Otherwise, we should not try to hear from unauthorized people, especially foolish people. Because entire Vedic literature, there is very clearly, it has been explained that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there are some nice quotations from the Upanishads, which are stated in the purport of this verse, which I would like to read. So there is a Upanishad called as Gopala Tapani Upanishad. So this Gopala Tapani Upanishad is an Upanishad from the Atharva Veda. And this glorifies the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. So what is the importance of Lord Sri Krishna? It is explained in that. So it is said in Gopala Tapani Upanishad that it was Krishna who in the beginning instructed Brahma in the Vedic knowledge and who disseminated Vedic knowledge in the past. You see, the parampara that we are in is an authorized parampara called as Brahma Madhva Gaudiya parampara. So in this parampara is coming from Lord Brahma. And who has given the knowledge to Lord Brahma? Lord Krishna himself has given knowledge to Lord Brahma. The same thing has been explained in the Brahma Samhita also, that Lord Krishna has given the knowledge to Lord Brahma. The same thing has been explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam also. Tene Brahma Adikavaye Mukhyanti Yasuraya. That means the transcendental knowledge is given by Lord Krishna directly to Lord Brahma. So we are coming in the parampara of Lord Brahma. So here it is said it was Krishna who in the beginning instructed Brahma the Vedic knowledge and who disseminated the Vedic knowledge in the past. And there is another Upanishad called as Narayana Upanishad. Narayana Upanishad is one of the very important Upanishads which explains about the absolute truth. Atha Purusho ha vai Narayano Kamayata Prajastrejayati. That means the Supreme Personality of God, Narayana, desired to create the living entities. And very important shloka which says, Narayanat Brahma Jayate, Narayanat Prajapati Prajayate, Narayanat Indro Jayate, Narayanat Astau Vasavo Jayate, Narayanat Ekadasha Rudra Jayante, Narayanat Dvadashaditya Jayante. That means from Narayana, Lord Brahma is born. And from Narayana, all the patriarchs are born. And from Narayana, Indra is born. From Narayana, the 8 Vasus are born. Even the 11 Rudras are born from Narayana. And the 12 Adityas are born from Narayana. So everything is actually coming from Narayana. And Narayana is an expansion of Krishna. So this knowledge is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it's very important to stick to the parampara. And another important verse, which is there in Narayana Upanishad, it says, Brahmanyo Devaki Putraha. That means the son of Devaki, Krishna, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because there are some unscrupulous people, unscrupulous commentators of Bhagavad-gītā, and there are some people who are like giving these spiritual lectures. They try to distort the truth. They try to say that, see, when the Vedas are saying that Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it is not a proper noun. It is a common noun. Vishnu means all pervading. They try to say like that. But the point is, Narayana is not a common noun. Narayana is a proper noun. So Narayana only refers to Lord Narayana. It doesn't refer to anybody else. And there's no possibility of distortion because Brahmanyo Devaki Putra. That means it is said, Supreme Personality of God is the son of Devaki. So we cannot try to make a difference that we can't try to speculate that, Krishna means somebody, it can be anything, nothing like that. Devaki Putra, Brahmanyo Devaki Putra. The Supreme Personality of God is the son of Devaki Devi. So like that, it has been given, and a very important another verse, which is there in the Maha Upanishad, which says, Eko vai Narayana Asin. na Brahma, na Eshano, napi na Agni, Somau neme dvav apritvi na nakshatrani na suryaha. That means in the beginning of the creation, only the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana was there. There was no Brahma, no Shiva, no water, no fire, no moon, no heaven, no earth, no stars in the sky, and not even the sun was there. This is given in the Maha Upanishad 1.2. See, the same realization and the same testimony has been given by Markandeya Rishi. Markandeya Rishi, he has got a boon that he will never die. Even at the time of the dissolution of the universe, Markandeya Rishi does not die. So what happens? Markandeya Rishi, when the devastation waters come, he sees that the entire world is dissolved inside the water, and all the 14 planetary systems enter into Mahavishnu. All the demigods, all the living entities, everybody enter into Mahavishnu. There is nobody. He sees that there is actually nobody around him. There is only water. At that point of time, he sees that there is a banyan leaf. Okay. And on that banyan leaf, he sees a small boy who is sucking the thumb of his feet, a small baby. So that is Krishna. So Eko Vai Narayana Asin. That means in the beginning of the creation, there is nobody. There is no demigods or nobody is there. Only Narayana is there. That is the important information from Maha Upanishad. And also it is said that Lord Shiva was born from the forehead of the Supreme Lord. Thus, the Vedas say that the Supreme Lord, the creator of Brahma and Shiva, who is to be worshipped. That is why the Vedas are saying that Lord Narayana is Parabrahman. And he is supposed to be worshipped because he is the source of Lord Shiva and Brahma. Hare Krishna. Yes. So Lord Krishna, and so Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. See, we say Trimurti, right? Trimurti. So in the Trimurti, Lord Vishnu is the source. Brahma and Lord Shiva are devotees. They are called as Bhakta Avatara. So there is a very nice verse also in Chaitanya Charitamrita which says, Brahma bole panchamukhe, so Brahma bole chaturmukhe, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Shiva bole panchamukhe, Rama Rama Hare Hare. That means Lord Brahma with his four faces is chanting Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. And Lord Shiva with his 5 faces is chanting Rama Rama Hare Hare. Both of them are devotees. They are the origin. See, it is like this, right? You take a tree. Okay, there is say Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara, they are doing the creation, dissolution and maintenance. But the origin of all these 3 activities is Lord Sri Krishna. That is what the Srimad Bhagavatam is saying, Bhagavad-gītā is saying, all the authorized scriptures are saying. Krishna himself is expanding into Lord Brahma. Krishna himself expands into Lord Shiva. And Krishna's self-same expansion is Lord Vishnu. So they are called as Guna Avatara. Guna Avatara means qualitative incarnations of Lord Krishna. So qualitative incarnation of Lord Krishna in Sattva Guna is Vishnu. Qualitative incarnation of Lord Krishna in the Rajoguna is Lord Brahma. Qualitative incarnation of Lord Krishna in Tamoguna is Lord Shiva. So that is the proper way of understanding. So just like if there is a tree, you water the roots of the tree. The tree is the same. The roots are a part of the tree and everything is the part of the tree. When you collectively say it as a tree, that is Lord Krishna. And when you specifically say who it is, we have to say that the root of the tree is Lord Krishna. Because you water the root of the tree, then all the plant, everything gets nourished. Similarly, if you worship Lord Krishna, everybody gets satisfied, including Lord Brahma, including Lord Shiva, including Indra, and all the demigods. Everybody in the universe, all demigods become completely satisfied when we worship Krishna. But the opposite is not true. If you worship Indra or any other demigod, it is not necessary that Lord Krishna is completely pleased. Lord Krishna is pleased when you worship him. That is his instruction. We just have to follow what he has explained to Bhagavad-gītā is explained to Krishna. Krishna is telling, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. That is the unequivocal instruction of Krishna, that we must give up all kinds of speculation, all kinds of our so-called religious activities, and we have to surrender to Krishna. So, even there are some nice quotations in the purport from Mahabharata. It is said that Lord Shiva and others are created from me, and they do not know that they are created by me, because they are deluded by my illusory energy. So even see all the Prajapatis and Lord Shiva also is actually created by Krishna, and they don't even know that their source is Krishna, because they are Mama Maya Vimohita. That means they are under the Maya of Krishna. That's why they do not know. And again, in Vishnu Purana, in the Varaha Purana, it is said, Narayana Paro Devas, Tasmat Jatas Chaturmukha, Tasmat Rudro Bhavad Devaha, Abhavad Devaha, Sacha Sarva Jnatam Gataha. That means Narayana is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and from him Brahma was born, and from whom Lord Shiva was born. So the order in which incarnation has happened is given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. That first of all, from Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma is born. So this is the basic thing that we have to understand. That from Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma has come. From where, anybody knows from where he has come? Which part of the body of Lord Vishnu Brahma has come? Anybody can say?
Nabhi.
From the Nabhi. From the navel, Lord Brahma was born. That's why it's called as Padmanabha. It says the lotus in the navel. And it is given in Srimad Bhagavatam how Rudra or Lord Shiva was born from Lord Brahma. This is the order in which the creation happened. How Lord Brahma, that what happened, I'll tell you the story. So at the time of the creation of the universe, first Lord Brahma gave birth to 4 children. They are called as Chatur Kumara. That is the 4 Kumaras. So when these 4 children were born, Brahma requested them that can you please create the population, increase the population of the universe, so that the creation can go on. Whatever creation is the task that has been given by Lord Krishna to me. So I am doing that creation task. Can you help me, assist me with that? You are my first 4 children. But they are completely full of knowledge, transcendental knowledge. So they reject the instructions of his father. So when they reject that instructions, Lord Brahma becomes very frustrated and angry. Out of his anger and frustration, when he was meditating, Lord Shiva was born. Rudra means he is crying. So he is crying at the time of when he was born, and he asked, who am I and where am I supposed to be staying? Then Lord Brahma explains to him that you are Rudra, and then you are supposed to be staying in some places. He gives him some dedicated places where he can stay. All right. And then what happens? He will say, okay, why don't you go and increase the population? Then the 11 Rudras, they go about and they start creating population, and then they start to destroy the universe. They start destroying the universe. At that time, Lord Brahma stops him and says, please stop. Please stop. You don't do any kind of destruction now. Your time to destroy has not come yet. The destruction will be done at the end. So right now, you can go and do tapasya. So upon the instructions of his father, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva goes into eternal tapasya. And Lord Shiva will be doing the annihilation. So what we have to understand is it is Lord Krishna only whose guna avatara or qualitative incarnations are Brahma and Lord Shiva. So that is very important. But the important point here is that aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. What it means is Krishna is the proprietor for all the spiritual worlds and the material worlds, and sarvam pravartate. Everything and everybody is emanating from Krishna. Krishna is the source. Just like the root of the tree is the source. That is the source. Is the original source. Everything is under him, and there is nobody above Krishna. Matta parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya. There is nobody equal to Krishna. There is nobody greater than Krishna. That's why his name is Asamordhva. Asamodva, right? That means he is there is nobody equal to Krishna or greater than Krishna. And so there's another Upanishad's Vakya which says Tamishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram. That means among all the great Ishwaras, Krishna is the greatest Ishvara, is the greatest. That's why Prabhupada has coined that word, the supreme personality of Godhead. Godhead. That means gods, there are many. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and they're all very, very powerful controllers of the material universe. But Godhead is one. The head of all of this, the source of all this, the source of all the gods is Lord Sri Krishna. So therefore, we should understand this from the references from the Vedic literature, and we should engage our energy in Krishna consciousness. Then we become completely learned, and then we become liberated also, right? And therefore, we should not be bewildered by unauthorized commentaries and interpretations of Bhagavad-gītā who try to undermine the position of Lord Sri Krishna by various kinds of speculation, by trying to prove that here when Krishna says it is me who is the source of the universe, Krishna is not saying it is him, but it is somebody else who is within Krishna. This is one kind of speculation. So like that, there are multiple types of speculations that have been made to avoid Krishna's supremacy. So, but that Prabhupada says that they are called as demoniac commentaries. So we should avoid the commentaries of the demons and actually read the proper authorized commentaries. So let us see the next verse, that is 10.9, where Krishna is establishing the position of his devotees. See, this is so important, these verses. You see how powerful this first verse was. That's why it's called Chatushloki. It's a very powerful verse. 4 shlokas of Bhagavad-gītā is enough for us to get clarity of everything. What is Bhagavad-gītā? Who is Krishna? What is the importance of devotional service? What is the importance of a devotee? And what am I supposed to do? Everything is clear in 4 shlokas. That is why these shlokas are the most powerful shlokas. Next verse says, Matchitta Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam Katayantascha Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Means the thoughts of the pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully dedicated to my service and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So the pure devotees are mentioned in this shloka. The pure devotees. Who are the pure devotees? So what is the meaning of this word pure devotee? So there are different kinds of devotees, right? Who also worship Krishna, and they also do some other process also. They do bhakti, and at the same time they're doing some other system, or like maybe jnana or yoga, or maybe they're worshipping all different kinds of demigods. So they are not called as pure devotees. The qualities of the pure devotee is described here. Pure devotee means completely who is surrendered, who is dedicated to Krishna. That is very important. Krishna actually suggests in many, many verses of Bhagavad-gītā to Arjuna that he be completely surrendered to Krishna without any deviation. Without any deviation, ananyas chintayantoma, without deviation, without worshipping anybody else, worship only me. So these pure devotees, they dedicate their life in the service of Krishna. Matchitta, matgata prana. They dedicate their life. And then what do? Bodhayanta parasparam. And then they start teaching each other. They are conversing with each other. And katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. They are always talking about Krishna. And they are so pleased and they're so happy in this bliss. I'll tell you one story. One day what happened, there was a very great Vaishnava, Alvar. That means he is a great devotee who was there. Okay. And then the devotee was chanting the names of Lord. Okay. And then it was raining very heavily outside. So another devotee had come inside his house. His house is already very, very small and a very modest place where hardly this devotee is able to sit and able to comfortably sit and chant. Bhajana Kutir. So another devotee came inside and said, may I come in? It's raining outside. So that's the reason why I came. And then they started to discuss about Krishna. They started to talk about Lord Vishnu. They started to talk about the wonderful pastimes of Lord Krishna. They started to discuss and they were enjoying. Outside it is raining like anything. And there's lightning and storm and everybody's very worried. But here, these two devotees are enjoying the Krishna Katha. And another devotee came. He said, oh, it's raining outside. May I come in? He said, yes, you can, but actually there's no place. That's fine. That's not a problem for me. I just came here. I just want the association of you people. And he came inside and then started discussing. And they started to discuss, all three of them started to discuss about Krishna Katha. And another devotee came. And they said, may I come in? He said, yes, but are you sure you want to come in? Actually, it's very uncomfortable here. But he said, that doesn't matter for me. No, that's not very important. It's raining outside, and I think all the devotees are, I heard that you are assembled here, and I want to just hear what you people are discussing. And afterwards, the Lord himself came. Then when Lord came inside, he said, I want to also attend what you people are hearing. I also want to enjoy what you are enjoying. The material world is full of suffering. Everybody is suffering, but you people are so much enjoying. What is that enjoyment that you are getting? I want to hear. Let me also enjoy that. So this is a pleasure that the devotees are getting, right? Katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. So we can unlimitedly discuss about Krishna, and we can be unlimitedly be happy by simply discussing the pastimes of Lord Krishna, and we become unlimitedly blissful. So tushyanti cha, that means become pleased. Ramanti cha means they enjoy transcendental bliss. The word ramanti, Rama, is coming from the word Rama. Ramayati iti Rama. Ramante yoginam anante satyananda chidatmani iti Rama padaneshu parabrahma vidhiyate. Means Rama means the transcendental bliss that we derive when we are in association with Krishna or Krishna Katha. The Leela of Krishna or Supreme Personality of God, that is the definition, Rama. That is the bliss that we get. Rama means the bliss that we get when we are doing Krishna consciousness, right? So, the pure devotees are explained in this, that they do not divert their mind from the lotus feet of Krishna, right? So, Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunanu Varnane. That means they use their mouth for description of Vaikunta, right? That is the Vaikunta Natha, Lord Krishna. So, they are not using misusing their words in criticizing about anybody or talking about any politician or any demigod or any kind of a worldly king. They only talk about the Supreme Lord Krishna. So the talks are only about the transcendental subject. That's why they are transcendental to the material nature. These pure devotees, Krishna is himself praising very much in the Bhagavad-gītā. We will also see in the upcoming 2 verses how Lord reciprocates with these pure devotees. These devotees are not mixed devotees. They are pure devotees. They are 100% dedicated to Krishna, and they don't divert their mind. And they are not attached to any of the 3 modes of material nature. They're not even in the mode of goodness. They are beyond the mode of goodness. They're mode of transcendental goodness. You see? So that is how you see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that this bhakti is like a bhakti lata. Lata means it's like a creeper. So first of all, after roaming around in this material universe for millions of lifetimes, by chance, by Guru Krishna Kripa, by the Kripa of a great Acharya like Srila Prabhupada or the great Acharyas who have come in this line, or by the Kripa, the mercy of Krishna, we get bhakti. So then that is called Bhakti Lata Bija. That means it is like a seed, okay, of that Bhakti Lata. Then this has to be nourished. This just like how small gardening, how you do small sapling which comes out. You have to carefully protect it. You have to put water. You have to carefully protect it from some weeds. If they're growing, you should remove the pluck of the weeds around it. Should ensure that there is no goat coming and destroying it, or there is some mad elephant coming and destroying it. So anarthas within us, duplicity, hypocrisy, and these kind of anarthas are, the weeds. Should pluck the weeds and throw them. And offenses to devotees are like a mad elephant which can crush this bhakti lata. We should avoid offenses against the devotees. And we should nourish it with water. What is that water? Shravanam and Kirtanam. Keep on hearing, keep on chanting, keep on hearing, keep on chanting. Don't stop. So that is how your bhakti lata will grow. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that this has to grow, and it has to reach the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. It has to cross the spiritual, all the material worlds and the spiritual worlds, enter into Radha Krishna Goloka and take the shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. So that time we would have attained the highest perfection of life. That is Krishna Prema. So who said that Upanishads, the Vedas are not talking about bhakti. They're completely, I will say, foolish people who are saying that kind of a statement that bhakti is not there in the Upanishads. They're completely bewildered and completely, it's called Maya Apahrita Jnana, bewildered, gone case. That's it. Because Bhagavad-gītā, Krishna is saying, Bhagavad-gītā is the Sarvopanishato Gavo Dokta Gopalananda. So Upanishad Sara is telling the Bhagavad-gītā Chatushloki, Krishna is telling about his pure devotees and devotional service. Then how is it possible that we can say that devotional service is not there in the Vedas? Devotional service is the essence of the Vedas. Krishna Prema is the essence of the Vedas. That is Jivadaya Krishna Nama Sarva Veda Sara. The essence of Veda is to have compassion towards living entities and to chant the names of Krishna. This is the Sarva Veda Sara. This is the complete essence of the Veda is just these two things. So let us all nicely chant the names of Krishna. Okay, I hope you are all chanting the names of Krishna regularly with the proper fixed regulation. That is, you have to fix up. I shall chant at least this rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra before I sleep today. And you must not miss that. And even if one day, if you miss it, you have to cover it up the next day. So this is how we have to be very determined and we have to keep increasing the number of rounds. When Prabhupada was asked, how many rounds should I chant? Should I chant 16? Prabhupada said, why only 16? Why not 64? If somebody said, I chant 64 rounds, he says, why only 64? Why not 128? Why not 256? Why not unlimitedly chant the names of Krishna? There is no limit to chanting his names. So let us all take this wonderful opportunity that we have got after millions of lifetimes. Let us grab this opportunity and properly do devotional service. Let us pray that our Bhakti Lata grows tall enough that it reaches the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna in the Golok Vrindavan. Okay, thank you very much, devotees. Hare Krishna. If you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam.
Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Hare Krishna to everybody assembled. Danvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
devotees.
Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you.
Yeah, there is one.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna to all devotees.
Yeah, I'll just show you something.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, this is like session. Let me show you something interesting. So, how Markandeya Rishi saw the dissolution. So, the one from Abhilash Prabhu suggested that we just show this nice solution. Let me just show you this. See this? You can see this is Markandeya Rishi. He is floating in the water. He is the witness. Who is the proof? So we always want a witness. Who knows Krishna is Supreme Lord or not? Markandeya Rishi is the proof. He is the witness. He saw that when nobody was there, Krishna was there. Okay. That is what is all the Puranas and Mahabharata, all the literature is saying. All
Hare
right.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Prabhuji, is Markandeya Rishi Chiranjeevi?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, he is Chiranjeevi.
And
He's the-
was he the person who was first born with less Ayu and then he worshipped
Lord Shiva.
Lord
That's
Shiva?
right. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
That's the story. We all know the story of Markandeya Rishi worshipping Lord Shiva, but we don't know the story of this story. What happens afterwards? What happens afterwards is that he was actually a great devotee of Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva both.
Mm.
And out of his devotional service, Lord Shiva appears, and afterwards Lord Vishnu also appears. And they ask that what is the boon that you want? And to Lord Shiva, when he asks what is the boon that you want, he says that I want to be devoted to Lord Vishnu. Okay. And then when the Lord Vishnu asks what is the boon that you want, he says, I want to see the dissolution. I want to see what happens after everything is annihilated. That's when the immediate annihilation happens. So this is the story that is not generally popularly explained, but this is given in the Vedas, Puranas.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome. Hare Krishna.